Introducing TouchDMIS, the inspection software for coordinate measuring machines. The big difference between TouchDMIS and any other CMM software in the market is that TouchDMIS doesn't provide the classic Windows user interface but provides a user interface that is essentially fully touchscreen-based, like a tablet or mobile application. So the software can be used with touch gestures, by dragging the part, zooming on the part, rotating, and changing screens. For example, we can navigate through the screens by using this touch gesture. Everything in TouchDMIS can be customized using the touch screen, pinch for the zooming controls, so we can zoom in on a part, rotate it, and translate it. All the interfaces are touch, so we can see the part with the entire CMM space, we can see the tool, or only the probe tip. At the bottom of the interface, we have the inspection elements, points, edges, lines, circles, and so on. We have all the construction for the elements. For every element, we have all the possible constructions that can be applied. We have all the alignments, 3-2-1 alignments, hole in 2 planes alignment, best fit alignment, RPS alignment. We have all the GD&T standards applied, true position, composite tolerance, profile, surface profile, angularity, perpendicularity, distances, angles. So, all the geometries can be applied within the software. With a simple tap, we can change the reference system, we can select tools, we can change mode, manual mode, prog mode, or the CNC model, scan mode on or scan mode off. We have a part that shows the DMIS code. But for everyone who is not keen to use a DMIS code, we can easily switch into the block view, in which we see step-by-step executions and don't see the code anymore. In the right part of the interface, we can see the last operations that have been made, so that they can be easily recalled again, in case of repeated operations. At the top of the part, the different view controls, top view, side view, left, front, rear. And we have the visibility controls for every individual object. Let's explore in TouchDMIS how inspections can be done. For example, let's assume that we want to measure a plane. We go on plane, we select the feature plane, and then we select the geometry. By changing the geometry, we can change the plane we want to measure. The system automatically creates a measuring path, and by changing the number of points, the system will distribute the points along a path that we expect to run. Let's apply a z-tolerance, a flatness, and tap on play to measure. The machine will now perform the execution. The real-time window provides the deviation for the element and a visualization of the form error. By confirming the measurement, we immediately have the report ready. In TouchDMIS, the time to report is crucial. With this software, we can reduce the time required to generate reporting. Let's see another example. In TouchDMIS, we can create a feature and easily customize the way we want to inspect that feature. We select the plane. The default strategy that is proposed by the software is the last one that we used, which is a zigzag point, where the points are distributed and ignoring and excluding the holes. The boundary, following the edge of our feature, or a circular path. The circular path can be dragged and customized. So we can decide to distribute the points on a circular path. We can apply the tolerance and press play. The system is performing the inspections. Once the inspection is done, we can confirm the measurement, and we can go to the report to see the flatness. The customization of the feature can be pretty much extreme. If we are not satisfied with the path proposed by the software, we can select each point or individual go-to point, and adjust the path graphically. Let's see another example of customization using a cylinder. We can customize the distance from the bottom, the distance from the height and the position of my cylinder, the sector of the cylinder we want to measure, and the path strategy that we want to apply. For slices, for example, it can be done among the generatrix of the cylinder, or it can be done on a helical path. Interesting that in TouchDMIS you can easily switch to scan mode by tapping this button. So, in this way the machine will perform in continuous scanning mode. We apply the tolerance and we have the report. Let's try now the multiple inspections. In TouchDMIS is a very straightforward operation. We pick up from the CAD these elements. For all the selected elements, we want to have the X, Y, Z position, diameter, and form error. We also add these external circles and press play. And the execution will be done with a collision-free path, with safe position from feature to feature for all the selected elements. We can check each individual element and its form deviation, and we confirm and see it in our report. All the holes are sent into the output ready to be analyzed by the inspection department. Another interesting feature is the auto-selection of the tool. If we select this circle and apply the tool selection, the system will automatically decide what is the best tool for the inspection, and the measure will be performed. In this case, we have used a point-to-point measure, but we can switch to continuous scanning. Let's take another element like this feature here. Automatic rotation of 90 degrees and 0 degrees, and the inspection is done. We apply the circularity and ready for the report. Other feature available for TouchDMIS is the creation of cross-sections. So, let's go on construction, sections. We select the plane that we want to use to segment our element. We apply and the system now has created this curve. Now we can inspect the curve. Change the tool to 0 to 0. We select the curve. We can measure this curve in point-to-point or continuous scanning mode. If you want to do a 3D graphical report, we can switch to the graphical report area, and we can select the automatic graphical report generation. TouchDMIS will generate a complete 3D report of our inspections, which can be customized by dragging elements. So, we have the graphical report, the textual report, inspections, we can calibrate tools, create and handle rack changers, create new tools, and perform calibrations. Finally, we have a lot of settings that can be stored as default so that all common operations and most common settings are available, and the user does not have to reset them all the time.